How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be doing some standard best of one. This one I call Doom Engine. But before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. One last thing I'd like to say for all my new followers and subscribers on either my Twitch or YouTube channels. Once you do follow or subscribe, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or whatever. And I can respond with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that. Other than that, thanks for watching. So yeah, this is the ABZAN color scheme. It's going to be white, black, and green. Let's get into it. So on the 1-drops, we have 3 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst. At sorcery speed, destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less, and then if the spell was kicked, instead we just destroy that creature or planeswalker. 3 copies of Village Rites at instant speed. An additional cost to cast the spell, we have to sacrifice a creature, but we draw 2 cards. Onto the 2-drops, we have the full playset of the Birth of Meletis. This is an enchantment saga. The first chapter says search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. Second chapter says we create a 0/4 colorless wall artifact creature token with Defender. And the final chapter says we gain 2 life. Running 3 copies of Skyclave Shade. It's a 3/1 and it cannot block. And if it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. It also has the landfall ability. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if Skyclave Shade is in your graveyard and it's your turn, you may cast it from your graveyard this turn. Running 3 copies of Moss Pit Skeleton. He's a 2/2, and if he was kicked, he enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on him, and it says whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature you control, if Moss Pit Skeleton is in your graveyard, you may put Moss Pit Skeleton on top of your library. Onto the 3-drops, we have the full playset of Basri Ket. He comes in at 3 loyalty. His +1 ability, His +1 ability says put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible. His -2, whenever 1 or more non-token creatures attack, this turn create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. And then his -6, you get an emblem at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And we're running the full playset of Elspeth's Nightmare. This is another enchantment saga. The first chapter says destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. The second chapter says target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. And then the final chapter says exile target opponent's graveyard. Onto the 4-drops, we're running the full playset of Shatter the Sky. At sorcery speed, each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card, then destroy all creatures. Have the full playset of Doom Foretold. It's an enchantment. It says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life, you draw a card, you gain 2 life, and you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, then sacrifice Doom Foretold. 1 copy of Lithoform Engine, legendary artifact. We can activate the first ability and copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. We can activate the second ability, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for it. And then finally, we can copy target permanent, and it becomes a token of that permanent. And then at the top end, we have 3 copies of Garruk, Cursed Huntsman. He comes in at 5 loyalty. His +0 says create 2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens with when this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. And then his -3, destroy target creature, draw a card. And then his ultimate -6, you get an emblem with creatures you control, get +3/+3, and have trample. So what is this deck about? This deck is a Doom Foretold deck. We're going to be slamming this down, and we can use our Skyclave and Moss Pit to keep bringing them back, so we can just sack them to Doom Foretold. Also Shatter the Sky for dealing with super aggressive decks, because once again, we don't really care about destroying our own creatures. We can just keep bringing them back over and over and over again. Other than that, we have our Birth of Meletis to help us consistently get lands. Not necessarily a ramp spell, but it helps us, get those lands consistently. Also can give us a blocker and gain us a little bit of life. So a little bit of everything there. Elspeth's Nightmare, I believe, is very well placed in the current meta. You got those Lotus Cobras and a lot of other creatures with power 2 or less that are very annoying. Then we can go into their hand, and then we can also exile their graveyard. It's very powerful. What else? But the main thing behind this deck, what we're looking to do is we're looking to lithoform these ultimates with these emblems, and then just put out a bunch of wolves, or have a Skyclave that keeps coming back to life, or a Moss Pit that comes back to life, as an 8/8 with trample. Village Rites helps us draw cards. Bloodchief's Thirst is additional defensive protection in case we have some flyers. Seems to be the only thing that this deck has trouble with. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the deck. Ooh, did I miss anything else? Yeah, we're going to use a counter, putting counters on other creatures to bring back our Moss Pit, and then Skyclave comes back anyways every time a land comes into play. We also have 2 copies of Bala Ged Sanctuary or Bala Ged Recovery. Can enter the battlefield as a land and tap for green mana, or we can return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Card meaning anything, board wipe or anything. So we have 5 plains, 2 swamp, 2 forest, the full play set of Grimclimb or Brightclimb Pathway, 1 Temple of Silence, 2 Boulderloft or Branchloft Pathway, full play set of Indatha Triome, and 2 Fabled Passage. We have a 2.9 converted mana cost, running 6 creatures, 22 lands, technically 24 with our 2 Bala Geds. Yeah, so let's hop into it. Let's see how we do. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. How's it taste? Wow. Alright, so this is an interesting draw. Technically, we have all of our colors, so I think we will keep this. I think we Bala Ged here. Okay. So we'll play this as Boulder. We'll drop our Birth of Meletis here. Ooh. Cool. And now we'll go into his hand and pick something out. Yep. Cool. Let's play Skyclave. charge up. Swamp. Cool. Ugh. Sorry, my main. Get it out. Annex. Okay. Wish we could draw into our Doom Foretold or something. Will this Elspeth work on him? No. Ugh. Disgusting. Felt pretty good about that until very tricky deck there. That new giant that he keeps bouncing back to your hand, I think is pretty cool. Makes it very hard for control decks like us to get around, but that's okay. We didn't draw any of our Doom Foretolds or anything like that, so it is what it is. Seven, 2. Alright, so we got a 3-lander here. We got a Moss Pit. We got some Basris. I guess we'll keep this. Well, in this case, then, we will do Moss Pit, regular. And we can start pumping them up with Basri. Wildwood Scourge. Okay. Just let him sit there. Oaths, 1 night. Cool. Drop this as a white. Do we now slam Doom? I think we do. Doom it up. Okay. Let's see what he does here. I'm assuming he's going to get rid of wild wood. Oh, he gets rid of Oathsworn. Interesting. Polychronos, nice. What do we want to get rid of? I think we get rid of the Moss Pit, right? Because we're just trying to get to his ultimate. So let's Skyclave. Yep. Let's put a +1/+1 counter. Yep. And we'll hold up the Village Rites next. And cool. Yep, you gotta go first. So we'll Village Rites here. Assuming he gets rid of Wildwood Scourge. What is he doing? The thing is if he keeps playing creatures, he's... I don't know, I'll take it. He's making a lot of mistakes that game. Alright. Very cool, very cool. I'm gonna switch this. Looking for that, that's what I need black. Alright. Let's play another one. Let's hop into another one. Serious Sam. Okay, Serious Sam. So we technically have all the stuff that we need. We will keep this. I think we'll lead off with our Bala Ged. So play you. Let's play the Meletis. Search up the plains. Omen of the Sea. Okay. I'm scrying. One at the top, one at the bottom. Crystalline Giant. Don't get hexproof. 1/1 counter. What is the move here? Just put this down as black. Do we... I think we Elspeth anyways, it won't hit, but that way we can at least go in his hand. Would love to draw into a Doom Foretold, but we might have trouble if he's running enchantments. We'll see. See how it goes. Reach, Okay, not worried about that. And we will block. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Do we Bloodchief the Crystalline? Can't. So let's just Elspeth again. Okay. At least we have another chump blocker. I always forget the Bloodchief is double. Okay, as long as it's not hexproof. Going in for 4. Yeah, I mean, I think we block, right? Do we block or do we Basri? I think we take this, right? That way we can Basri. Midnight Clock, okay. So this is going to be a tough one to Doom Foretold. Let's see what he's got. And another one. Wow, okay, definitely going to be difficult to Doom Foretold, but if we can get rid of the Crystalline, should be okay. Okay. You don't need that. Arcanist, I don't know. Of course he grabs Menace. It's fine. It's taking the heat off us. Would love to see our own Shatter the Sky. Elspeth, okay. Raider. Play Doom Foretold. Doesn't matter. He sacks an Omen. Does nothing. He plays Elspeth. He Elspeths it. Do we do nothing? That doesn't sound right. I can Elspeth. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we just go in, right? Okay, cool. And I would really love to draw into a Shatter. Let's do Doom. Let's do Basri. Assuming he'll get rid of the one of the omens. Oh. Need to draw that Shatter. This is a very interesting deck. Nice. Give me not much we could do there. As soon as he started playing those enchantments, I was like, that's gonna be hard to Doom Foretold. Let's hop into another one. It's a lizard behind the. He just crawled behind the tattoo roller.
Well, why?
Just he got in from outside, I guess. Little lizard. What?
It's gonna crawl on the couch.
It eats bugs. Relax. All right. So we got a 4-lander here. I think we're gonna keep this. We'll keep this. I'll drop Indatha. And we'll do Brightclimb. Whoa. Right off the bat, guy? Okay. So, we definitely need this. Make him Brim. We'll definitely be taking him out. For sure. Get that shit out of here. And then we can go in his hand and get all types of goods. Spell weird. I can block that. And I will. Gain some life. Morag. I think here we search up a forest. Okay. Let's doom it up. Cool. Annex, okay. And you can have this. So I dropped that. Can I do Birth and Skyclave? I think I can. So we'll do this. Moss Pit. I think we're gonna need some, or yeah. Let's play Skyclave. Regular. Let's play Birth. I'm assuming the Spell Gorger will go. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think you can have this. Beautiful. Now we can have him start double sacking with Doom. Yep, you can't sacrifice tokens. Sorry. Morag. This is exciting. I haven't played against anybody who's crazy enough to... Okay. Well, we just block and we just block. That's what we do. I don't care about your Rimrock. It's fine. Cool. Let's wait and see what we draw here. You can have this. Beautiful Shatter the Sky. I think we wait for the Shatter, though. I want him to build up his board. Don't quit. Alright. So that was more how I imagined this deck performing. Just not getting my ass kicked constantly. Alright, we got time for one more. Quinton. Alright, so we have our Birth. We have a Fabled Passage, so we can search up a forest, and I think we will keep this. So I'm going to lead off with a Fabled Passage. I'm going to... Scrying, keeping one at the top. So we're going to Fabled Passage. Another wall rune. Okay. Not doing any damage to me. That's good. and we'll crack this. We will search up a forest. And I think we'll do this. Okay, we'll do Meletis. Search up the plains. All right. I think we do this. I think we play Basri. And I think we just put a 1/1 counter. Not quite sure what kind of deck we're playing here. Cleric. Asa. I think we should shatter. All right. Yeah. Let's shatter. I don't want him getting any more value out of this, and we definitely don't want her becoming an actual creature. And then we can start going off with Skyclave into Doom Foretold. Or you could just have another one. But the gaining life part isn't as bad for me. Okay. 4. Let's play out Moss Pit. Put a counter on him. Depending on what our opponent plays, it's just Doom Foretold. But I think we'll be in a good position if we can get this emblem. Okay, no worries. He's gaining life, folks. He's gaining life. That's for sure. Alright. So, I just want to do this. And then, let's do Skyclave. And then let's do Doom Foretold. And that should be GG. The emblem with Basri just gets retarded out of hand, and then we can do another Basri. So now he has no creatures to bounce, and he has to sack his Thassa. Got him. And then now we have a bunch of immortal creatures that just keep coming back. Thank you. Appreciate that. Cry every time. Okay. So let's put this down as a swamp. We will play the Skyclave regular. We will play you regular. We'll play you regular. Put them Moss Pit back on top, take action. And then we have another Doom Foretold. Rockin'. I can't imagine how he's coming back from this. Elspeth's not going to do it. Well, let's rock this Doom Foretold, get this shit out of here, do this. Yep. Nice flow this game. More how, like I said, how I imagine this deck performing. Got him. All right, feels good. Feels good. Deck was we had some rough games there, but deck's performing very well overall. As always, I will be posting the deck list in the description of the video. Ended at that. I just want to say once again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channel, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed or whatever, and I can respond with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.